First of all, happy Friday, but today we are doing our 2023-2024 NFL playoff prediction video. I don't think I did one of these last year, but I did one of these 2 years ago, and I almost got it completely right, down to the Super Bowl winner. I had the Bengals and the Rams playing each other in the Super Bowl, and I had the Rams winning. So I have quite a bit of knowledge when it comes to football. I played football for a long time. Obviously not in the NFL, but I did play collegiate football, and I'm a big sports fan, and so every once in a while you will get one of these sports videos out of me. And I gotta be honest, I haven't given it quite much thought. I haven't given the playoffs very much thought. Outside of just surface value. So this is gonna be kind of like coming from a, not a very big analytic point of view, but maybe just how I feel the games are gonna go. So if you are new to the channel and you enjoy this type of video, subscribe. I do ASMR gaming content mostly, but every once in a while you'll get these ramble videos. If you're a gamer, if you're a sports fan, if you're an investor, if you just like ASMR and a male ASMR perspective, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. It would really help out the channel. And if you're already subscribed, be sure to drop a like before you sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, that was only 2.5 minutes. I'm trying to cut down on my intros. A little bit. Alright. First we have the wild card round, or the wild card matchups. Oh boy. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills. We're going to start with the AFC. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Now, I will say, the Bills have looked hit and miss throughout the season. Obviously, they went through a coaching change, and ever since that coaching change, they've been on a little win streak. So they are hot at the right time. I'm a big Josh Allen fan. He does turn the ball over a ton, but he has got a very good skill set. He is a great leader. He's just a heck of a quarterback, in my opinion. If he can get that turnover issue under control, he will be one of the greats. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they have absolutely no business being in the playoffs this year. And I like the Steelers. I do, but they don't have a quarterback. I think Mason Rudolph is going to be their quarterback going into this game. They need to figure out their quarterback situation. I don't know if that's something they're going to address in the offseason. I don't know what their offseason needs look like, but for me, there's no way. I can't believe they're in the playoffs. When I saw that they were in the playoffs, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way. So I'm going to take the Bills here. They are heating up at the right time. So I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and the Buffalo Bills. Dalton Kincaid has had a great season with the Bills. I hope he's going to continue to have a great playoff career. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's still early. reset. I immediately, okay, we're going Kansas City. I'm going with my gut, and going Kansas City. But guys, this is the must-watch game of Week 1 of the playoffs. It's gonna be an absolute cinematic experience, I would say. Watching these two teams in the snow, it's gonna be really cool. And of course, the storyline of Tyreek Hill. I think Tyreek Hill is the MVP. You look at that Kansas City offense now compared to, 2 years ago or, last year, whatever it was. They do not look nearly as good. They're not the same offense as they were with Tyreek Hill. And I know that the MVP is mostly like a quarterback position or a quarterback award. But I mean, look at Patrick Mahomes and his drop off this year compared to last year, 2 years ago. I don't remember if this is Tyreek Hill's first year in Miami or second. I don't remember, but it's not the same offense. And Travis Kelce, granted he's gotten older, not the same tight end. I don't know. Moving on. Browns and Texans. Now, this is the definition of old veteran quarterback versus literally first playoff game experience in his life. Joe Flacco. We got Joe Flacco versus CJ Stroud in 2024. I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. The Browns have an absolutely elite defense. And I think that's what's going to win them this game. I think the Browns pull off the upset on the road. Although I think they're actually favored in this game. So I guess it's not really an upset, but they're, an upset in the seedings. I think they pull off the upset on the road. And, the seed upset on the road. And take out the Texans. I like CJ Stroud. I like what the Texans have done. The fact that the Texans are in the playoffs with a rookie quarterback. Let me look. Yep. Only team in the playoffs with a rookie quarterback. That's crazy. I mean, that is a huge accomplishment. And the Texans should have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of with this season. The season is a massive success for them. But I think it stops here. Alright, moving on to the NFC Week 1 playoffs. Man, talk about another big scripted moment, a big scripted, a lot of these games are heavily scripted. I don't know if that was by design or what, but these teams, these Week 1 matchups are crazy. We got the Green Bay Packers versus the Dallas Cowboys. I really want to take the Packers, but it's just the Cowboys. Listen, this could be the classic Cowboys lose in the first round after being, a Super Bowl favorite throughout the season. Dak Prescott is supposedly MVP, blah, blah, blah. This would be a classic Cowboys move if they lost to the Packers this week. That being said, I think, honestly, they've done way better than I would have expected. I would have expected the implosion to have already happened. I think this is the first time in like the last 10 years where, I don't know if there's like this ongoing meme where Cowboys are like, oh, this is our year. And then by about like week 13 or 14, like right in that last quarter of the season, last like 2 or 4, 5 games of the season, they just fall off a cliff. And that hasn't happened yet for the Cowboys. And I'm wondering if it's going to happen in the playoffs. I don't know. I think they should be able to handle the Packers. And possibly even the next round. I don't know. But we'll see. Give me the Cowboys in this. I love Jordan Love. No pun intended. I love Jordan Love. He is, in my opinion, one of the better versus the Lions. We have Matt Stafford going and visiting Detroit. Obviously, these two teams made a trade, a very impactful trade, 3 years ago now. We have, the matchup to decide who won the trade, and honestly, there is no winning or losing this trade. I think the Lions have, done a great job rebuilding without Stafford. Obviously, Stafford went on to win a Super Bowl in LA. So I think both teams won this trade, to be completely honest, but we're getting a head-to-head matchup now in the playoffs. This is huge stuff. My gut says the Rams win this game. I don't know how healthy they are. Matter of fact, let me just double check and see. I want to go and see if anybody is sitting in this game, because that would, if Puka or if Puka was sitting, or if Cooper Kupp was sitting, that would be pretty huge. Let me see. Higby is questionable. Okay, Detroit. Oh yeah, and Detroit just lost. Oh my God, Sam Laporta. He's definitely not going to play. I don't see him playing. Give me the Rams. The poor Lions, man. I forgot about that Laporta injury. I don't see him playing. Laporta has been. I'm pretty sure he's tied in 1 in fantasy. I'd be surprised if he wasn't. He was an absolute monster for them all season, and for him to go down right before the playoffs start, I really don't see him playing this game, which is just unfortunate given the season that he's had. And then last but not least, we have the Eagles and the Bucks. We have the Eagles, man. What happened? What happened to this team? They are so lucky that they were dominant in the first half of the season, because they're about the exact opposite of what the Buffalo Bills are. They have fallen off of a cliff. They're on like a 6 or 7 game losing streak, and now they're in the playoffs. This team does not know how to win right now. And on the other side, we have the NFC South's champion, if you want to call them that, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFC South is laughable. Me being a Falcons fan, I'm super pumped about Arthur Smith being fired. Love that. Desmond Ridder season is over. We are unofficially in a rebuild mode, and I'm pumped about that. It should be a 1-year rebuild. I think the Falcons are going to be dominant next year if we do this right, but they're in a really great position. But for now, the Bucks are the NFC South champion. And honestly, NFL, the playoff time, it's about who's hot. And I wouldn't say the Bucks are hot, but I would say the Eagles are ice cold. Give me the Bucks in this game. I can't believe I'm going to say that. I really hope the Eagles win. I like the Eagles. I wanted them to go to the Super Bowl. I wanted them to win the Super Bowl. But I'm going to take the Bucks here. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucks here. And that is our wild card weekend. Moving on to the divisional series, we have the Ravens versus the Browns. We have the Bills versus the Chiefs yet again. We have the Rams versus the Niners, and we have the Bucks versus the Cowboys. And I'm actually going to start in the NFC this time. We're going to go Cowboys. Cowboys over the Bucks. I'm sure that they are hoping that this is the matchup that they get. And quite frankly, the Cowboys are going to have a really easy path to the conference championships. If this is indeed how it plays out. You mean to tell me you get to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the divisional round? Come on. just gonna say, guys, the Rams have looked good towards the end of the season. The 49ers are the most complete team in the NFL. I do not want them to win a Super Bowl. I don't want Shanahan to win a Super Bowl. I don't. He absolutely screwed us in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. He just absolutely, he was the reason we lost that game. Up 28-3. The big meme, 28-3, 28-3. I went back. I'm pretty sure from like the third quarter on, I think we ran the ball like twice. Up 28-3. Up 28-3, and we're throwing the ball, obviously throwing incomplete passes, so we're not wasting any clock. We were up 28-3, and basically at that point are playing against the clock. We're not playing against the Patriots, we're playing against the clock. And lost. We're throwing the ball. I don't want them to win the Super Bowl. That being said, they're probably gonna go to the Super Bowl. They're really dominant. They've got a great defense. Christian McCaffrey's looked good. Looked good. Good is an understatement. Has looked amazing for the 49ers, and I just don't see them not going to at least the conference championships. Onto the AFC though. We have the Ravens and the Browns. Now, as good as the Joe Flacco story has been, wow, I just realized it's okay. It's Joe Flacco versus the Ravens. Wow. Yet again with the scripts. Look at this. You get the Chiefs-Bills script as it's been for like the last 3 years. These guys have been like pretty heated rivals. And we have the Ravens hosting the Joe Flacco Browns. Give me the Ravens here. They've looked pretty elite all year. If there's any defense that can stop the Ravens, I would say it's the Browns. But the Ravens are probably the most complete team in the AFC, the same way that the 49ers are the most complete team in the NFC. They have a combination of defense and offense. I don't see a world where the Ravens don't at least go to the conference championships, especially if they're going to play the winner of, the lowest seed. It could be Ravens Dolphins, but I mean, they played in the regular season and you saw what happened there. That would be their biggest matchup. Their biggest competition is if the Dolphins won that game. But I don't see them beating Kansas City in Arrowhead like we talked about in those weather conditions as well. So give me the Ravens over the Browns, and then we have talk about toss-ups here. We have Bills and the Chiefs, and this time I'm going with the Bills. The Chiefs just haven't been there. They just haven't been. They haven't been the Chiefs all year. The Chiefs that we know. The Chiefs that we know and love or hate, depending on where your stance is on the Chiefs. But they just haven't been there. They haven't been the same team. Give me the Bills this time around, which I don't know if the Bills have ever beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. I don't think they have. I can't think of any time where they have. But it's happening this year. It's going to happen. Which gives us our conference championship games. We have the Bills and the Ravens. And then we have the Cowboys and the Niners. A 1 seed versus a 2 seed. And a 1 seed versus a 2 seed. Bears favorites in every game. I haven't looked at the odds, but I'm willing to bet that the Rams might be favored over the Lions. And I know the Browns are favored over the Texans, but Ravens and Bills, who do I think is going to win that game? I hope it's the Bills. I like the Bills a lot. You know, they're probably like my second favorite team outside of, I like the Bills and I like the Lions a good bit, and I like the Eagles. I like Jalen Hurts. But I would say out of those three teams, I probably like the Bills the most. Josh Allen, I don't like the hate that Josh Allen gets sometimes. So I hope that the Bills win this game. But I mean, the Ravens have been dominant all year. They have been truly dominant all year. And am I really gonna take the 1 seed and the 1 seed again? Oh jeez. Which actually I believe. So there's like the whole conspiracy theory of like the colors and everything, like the logo, the colors of the Super Bowl logo represent who is going to be playing. Like back when it was Chiefs and Eagles, it was like green and red. Now it's purple and red. Like they're saying that it's going to be the Ravens and a red team. Who would that be? Of course the 49ers. Ravens 49ers would be a very, very good Super Bowl, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think the Cowboys finally crumble against the 49ers. I believe they've already played each other once. Let me see. 49ers versus Cowboys. I think they played each other. Yeah, and the 49ers absolutely destroyed them. Granted, that was week 5. That was back in October, so it's a completely different landscape now. But you cannot argue a 42-10 loss. Like, yeah, it might have been a little bit different back then, but like, you know, maybe it's a 10-point loss this time around or something like that. So we have the 49ers versus the Ravens. And now that I'm like looking at this, this is a very basic. I mean, I did pick a 6 seed over the 3 seed, and I did pick a 5 seed over the 4 seed. But I mean, I'd say the Dolphins and the Chiefs are a big toss-up. And who knows? The Eagles could very well still beat the Bucs. They could finally get it together. And Green Bay seems to be the Cowboys' kryptonite. I don't know. But as far as a Super Bowl champion goes, I'm going to put my personal bias aside. It's got to be San Francisco. It just has to be. I hope it doesn't happen. Again, Shanahan being their head coach. I'm still salty over the whole 28-3 thing. I would love to see him have another big lead in the Super Bowl and then lose it. That would be funny from a Falcons fan perspective. I would think that he would probably learn his lesson from this time around, and with Christian McCaffrey would probably be running the ball a lot. But I don't know. If I had to guess, it would be a somewhat low-scoring affair. Like 24-21 or like 27-21, or like 27-17, something like that. Very low scoring. Not low scoring, but like medium scoring. Every touchdown will be very, very, very important in this game. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna do it for me. Again, who am I rooting for in the playoffs? I would love to see the Bills go to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. And out of the NFC, I would really, really like it if the Eagles just turned it around, but I have no faith. Jalen Hurts apparently has a dislocated finger as well. I don't have a lot of faith in that. I would love to see the Eagles go back and win a Super Bowl. I like Jason Kelce. That offensive line is elite. Jalen Hurts is a monster. I would also like to see the Lions go. But again, the injuries are just really unfortunate. So, yeah, 49ers and Ravens Super Bowl with the 49ers winning it all. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, let me know who you have in the Super